Everyone would expect that being one of the top world leaders would be more than enough for these men. But they're setting the standards a couple of stories higher with all the green they own. And we don't mean gardens. These world leaders are loaded enough to make you green with envy. Literally. In today's video, we unravel the richest world leaders. So get comfortable, and if you're worth about $100 billion or so and rule a nation, keep your fingers crossed because you might just make the list. Now, let's get it on. Number 5. Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud. The first supreme leader on our exclusive list of extremely wealthy supreme leaders is Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud, colloquially known as MBS. And born on the 31st of August 1985 is the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense of Saudi Arabia. He's the seventh son of King Salman bin Abdulaziz and the eldest of 6 sons born to King Salman's third wife. We guess it has been numbers from the start. Mohammed is also the chairman of the Council of Political and Security Affairs and chairman of the Council of Economic and Development Affairs. A born leader. King Salman removed his nephew Mohammed bin Nayef from the position of the Crown Prince and appointed Mohammed bin Salman in his place back in June 2017. Before graduating with a bachelor's degree in law from King Saud University, Mohammed spent a couple of years in the private sector, becoming the personal aide to his father. At the age of 24, he got involved in politics as a special advisor to his father, who was then the governor of the Riyadh province. It was at this time that bin Salman began his rise from one position to another, such as special advisor to the chairman of the board for the King Abdulaziz Foundation for Research and Archives, Secretary General to the Riyadh Competitive Council, and member of the Board of Trustees for Al Bir Society in the Riyadh region. With a whopping net worth of $13 billion, we're not shocked, and you shouldn't be too, as to why this man makes our list of big men making green paper on this big green earth. Number 4. Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. On number 4 on our exquisite list of the wealthiest world leaders is Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan of the United Arab Emirates and Abu Dhabi. Sheikh Khalifa, born on January 25th, 1948 in Abu Dhabi, was born into an extremely rich family. No surprise why he made our list. Being the first son of Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, Khalifa came in after his father as the Emir of Abu Dhabi on the 2nd of November 2004 and took over as the president of the UAE the next day, and has been in power ever since. When Khalifa's father Zayed became Emir of Abu Dhabi in 1966, he was appointed as the mayor of the eastern region of Abu Dhabi. The Al Nahyan family is deemed to hold a fortune of about $150 billion, and Sheikh Khalifa is believed to be one of the richest monarchs in the world. Controlling over 97 billion barrels of oil reserves, this man has the power of money. Khalifa is also the chairman of the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, which oversees $875 billion in assets, the largest amount overseen by a nation's head of state. On January 4, 2010, the world's tallest structure, initially known as the Burj Dubai, was renamed the Burj Khalifa in his honor because Abu Dhabi had given $10 billion to Dubai to help pay off debts. Sheikh Khalifa suffered a stroke in January 2014, but ended up in a stable condition. Although since the incident, he's taken a lower profile in state affairs, but still retained control of his ceremonial powers. State public affairs and everyday decisions making of Abu Dhabi is now carried out by his brother, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Forbes named Sheikh Khalifa in the list of the world's most powerful people, and who's currently said to have an estimated net worth of $18 billion. Amazing. Number 3. Hassan al-Bolkiah, Sultan of Brunei. On the top 3 of our list of wealthy leaders, we have the Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah. This man is a must-have on this list, as he's well known for his lavish spending. Hassan al-Bolkiah Ibn Omar Ali Saifuddin III has an account balance just as long as his name. Born on the 15th of July 1946, Hassan al is the 29th and present Sultan of Brunei since 1967, and the Prime Minister of Brunei since 1984. He's the eldest son of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III, and one of the last absolute monarchs in the world. Hassan al has 3 wives, 8 children, and lives in a 1,800 square meter room palace. And if you've ever wondered who the world's biggest car collector is, then you've got your person. The man owns about 700 cars, with more than 600 Rolls-Royces, 450 Ferraris, and over 370 Bentleys. Explains why we said he's a lavish spender. With a mouth-watering net worth of $20 billion, the Sultan of Brunei has been placed among the richest individuals in the world and was even ranked by Forbes as the richest man in the world in 1988. The Sultan of Brunei is even the world's second longest reigning present monarch, after Queen Elizabeth II, of course. The Sultan of Brunei is a great man, and as we all know, all great men have their hard times. A well-known example of when the Sultan was involved in some controversies was back in 1997, when Shannon Mektik sued the Prince of Brunei and younger brother of Hassan al-Bolkiah, Jeffrey Bolkiah. Shannon sued with claims that she and some other women were hired for promotional work but were instead held prisoner, drugged and abused sexually. As ugly as that sounds, the Sultan denied all claims. After 18 months of litigation, the judge at the US court dismissed the suit filed by Shannon on the sound grounds that the Sultan of Brunei had sovereign immunity. A few setbacks couldn't hold Hassan down, as he is still a financial giant in the export of crude oil and natural gas. And if he ever feels down, he could just take a look at his garage. Number 2. Maha Vajiralongkorn. On number 2 on our hot list, we have the King of Thailand and the wealthiest monarch in the world, Maha Vajiralongkorn. With a net worth estimated to be between $30 billion and $65 billion, there are no questions as to his place on this list. Born on the 28th of July 1952 as the only son of King Bhumibol Adulyadej and Queen Sirikit, Maha was born into money. Lots of it. He was made crown prince by his father at the age of 20 and remained prince until his father's death on the 13th of October 2016, warranting him to ascend to the throne as the King of Thailand, but only after he took some time to mourn his beloved father. The 63-year-old king graduated from the Royal Military College and trained with Australian, British and United States Armed Services. His now late father, King Bhumibol Adulyadej, was the longest-serving monarch in the world, thereby causing Maha to ascend the throne at quite an old age. After his 3-day coronation, the royal portfolio worth over $40 billion was transferred to King Maha, thereby making him the wealthiest monarch in the world, with a personal net worth and assets estimated at $43 billion. At this point, all we see is green. The bulk of the king's net worth comes from his 33% stake in the Siam Cement Group, the country's largest corporation, and his 23% stake in Siam Commercial Banks, one of the largest banks in Thailand, and the 16,000 acres of prime Thailand in his possession. King Maha's reign has also faced some controversies, like this image being stained by his reputation as an infamous playboy. And in January 2021, some reports popped up that Princess Sirindorn, his younger sister, had been taken to hospital for severe injuries to her ankles. Injuries were said to be a result of a physical attack on the princess by the king due to a heated argument. But even with these issues, King Maha remains the wealthiest monarch. If there's any doubts, you can always Google the world's most faceted diamond, which Maha just happens to own. Number 1 is Vladimir Putin. Gracing number 1 on our list is the man, the myth, and the money-making machine Vladimir Putin. With an estimated net worth to be between $40 billion and $70 billion, there was no way the president of Russia wouldn't make our list. Russia is a land of milk and honey, flowing with resources, and Putin has several controlling interests in various oil companies, making the Russian leader excessively rich. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin was born on the 7th of October 1952 and is the second longest serving European president, after Belarusian Alexander Lukashenko. Putin has been the president of Russia since 2012, and we all know that his reputation precedes him. The political giant had previously held the office of president from 1999 till 2008, and was also prime minister from 1998 to 2000, and again from 2008 to 2012. It's pretty tough keeping up with this man. Putin also worked as a KGB foreign intelligence officer for about 16 years before resigning back in 1991 to focus on his political career, which has gotten him to where he is today. In April 2021, he signed constitutional amendments, one of which allowed him to run for re-election twice more. It looks like he's going to be ruler for a long time. And if we're to talk about controversies, we're going to have one hell of a talk. The most recent one was when old boy Putin here launched nuclear weapons out in Ukraine with intentions of taking over on the 24th of February 2022, thereby causing global outrage and placing the fear of a possible World War III in the mind of literally everyone. I guess only someone with true power could do that. Well, that's all for today's video. Which was your favorite leader on the list? Do you think we missed someone? Let us know in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and we'll see you in the next video.